How's that for a picture for you guys? It's the end of the day and look what I'm drinking. A Miller High Life. Let's go take a walk out to the Field of Forgotten Dreams. For all my new subscribers that maybe haven't gone back through some of my videos here, yes, we got a Field of Forgotten Dreams. We're working our way back there, past all the yard, past all the stuff going on. Ooh, looky there people. Remember we were adding on over there? Well, if you take a closer look, if you can see that, hang on, I'm a little shaky, been drinking the beer. We put in a concrete slab. We're slowly concreting and we're extending the concrete out now. Now of course there's still all gravel over there, but we got that little bit done and every little bit helps out. Trust me, concrete's not cheap. Okay, let's go out to the Field of the Forgotten. Okay, once upon a time out here in Chilliwack, out in the Fraser Valley, this was the fastest car in the valley. That's right. This car's chopped, dropped, shaved, nose, decked. Biggest piece of shit you've ever seen. I mean, look at the welds on that fender. But it was the fastest car in the valley. I'm not lying to you. Look at this. Let me set my beer down. It's got the roll cage going on inside. It's got what's left of the frame underneath there. See that? Now I don't know if I can still do this. Let's see. Holy shit. Hang on a second. It's stuck in the weeds. Well, it's stuck in the weeds. It's got the tilt front end going on. Look at that there. Yep. That's right. This little Chevy was the fastest running car out here. Now, of course, we had to put some, we had to put our logo on there. We had to dress that bad boy up. And you can't go fast unless your antenna's Frenched, right? I mean, look at that beautiful job of Frenching that antenna. And look at that awesome window in the back. Like, I think that came out like a late 70s motorhome or something, probably. And of course, you leave the deck lid off because that way there you got less weight, you go quicker. And you got a French in your taillights. You got to have taillights so everybody at the end of the track can see when you step on the brakes. Now, was it the fastest car in the valley? Or is it just a myth? You're right. This one is just a myth. This is just a lawn art that I found. I paid 50 bucks for it and there it sits. That's right. 50 bucks for this thing. Some guy was dreaming about building something and that's where it ended up. Now let's go over here. Now let's check this out. Now this was one of the well-known custom shops back in the 60s in Vancouver. This was their truck. This was their shop truck. Now of course a lot of parts and pieces have gone missing over the years. Now, of course, I've got a tree growing out of the center of it. But this was a chop truck right here. I mean, look at this. They chopped the roof, if we can see past the trees. Let's get in here. Don't get any leaves in the beer. Look at that marvelous weld job they did. Isn't that awesome? You know? Now, I think it was last on the road in the 70s. Let's take a look here. That's right. There it is right there. Beautiful British Columbia. It was on the road in the 1970s. This shop ran since the 60s all the way through, and this truck won many trophies back in the day. It won for most radical pickup. It won because it had custom interior. Now the custom interior, if you look carefully, you'll see right over there, someone had put in one gauge, and that's all it took to win for custom interior. Yeah. Look at that. Now is that a badass truck or what? Is this a myth? A myth? Sorry guys. What is it? Ah, it's just another bullshit story. Because it's the Field of Forgotten Dreams. So now it's holding a tree. Picked that up over in Queensboro, New Westminster. Paid 200 bucks for that. Now let's go over here. Let's go check it out. Shit, this is a long walk. I may run out of beer before I get here. Let's see what's going on. Look at this old Chevy. Now this old Chevy. Now this car can tell some tales. This car is, oh, if it could talk to you, it would speak forever. I mean, look at it. Now back in the day, this car ran, and there it is right there. It ran from Calgary, McLeod, to Spokane, Washington, and it was running moonshine. That's right. It outran the law. It outran everyone. Now you can see right there. Right there is where the axe was going through it. That's where the cops were trying to get into it to see if there was moonshine in the back or not. So they started to cut it up there with the axe to get in there. But the guy took off so quick, they never caught him again. They never caught him. So the car, that was it. It was a moonshine runner. And I mean, oh, what a job it was back then to be running moonshine and not getting caught. You had to have a fast car. So you can see the glass on the floor. That's when they shot out the windows on the side trying to get the guy. But they missed because he had no seats and he was sitting low, so they couldn't get him. Now, what do you think? Is it a legend? Is it bullshit? Let's call bullshit on that one. Again, another car. Guy bought it, was going to do something with it. Called me up, said, hey, I got a car for your lawn art. I looked at it, and actually, this is actually a really decent car. It's kind of a shame to put it for lawn art, but what the hell? You know what? There we go. Oh, I think that was like a $400 item. Now let's go over here. Now here is all that's left of the back of a 57 Ford. These young kids were out drinking one night, drinking and driving, not paying attention. We don't want to see anyone doing that. Now walking around out in your field and doing a YouTube video while drinking, that's just fucking hilarious. But to be out on the driving on the road and drinking, that's just fucking stupid. This is all that's left of the car. Yep, that's right. They crossed the railroad tracks, the car died halfway through the tracks, a little bit beyond that. And the train couldn't slow down, and guess what? Sheared her right off like that. Never did find the kids. Never found nothing. Train just kept going. Don't know where they are today. So now I got the back half of the car and it's sitting here. But hey, what do? You just move on with life. Is it true? It's bullshit. Buddy of mine bought this, was going to make a barbecue out of it. Said, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy. Do you want it? I said, I don't give a shit. Dropped it out. Freebie. Okay. Now, what do we got going on over here? 4950 Chevy nose. You know, it's got some moon eyes decals down there. I do believe that if I'm not mistaken, this here car, when it was a car, was one of the first cars that Moon ever put a set of decals on. And look how good they're withstanding the test of time. Look at that. What's it been, 40, 50 years Moon's been around? And look at that, how long. Because back then, stuff was quality made. You buy a pair today and they're faded out within a fucking week. Is it true? Is it bullshit? No, you know what? This was last Sunday. I got bored out of my mind. I had a couple fenders laying around the yard and a hood. I was like, I gotta throw this shit in the dump or do something with it. So I fucking quickly welded it together, threw it out here. There we go. More lawn art. Well, we got one more left in the field of forgotten dreams. Here we go. Model A, 4-door. I can't remember the exact model of this one. This is one of the bad ones though. Most people don't like these because these are the ones that were full of wood. And I'm sure someone out there will know the model when they see it. It's got that big leather patch on the back. Not my favorite car. But look at it. It sure took a beating, didn't it? Fuck, is this thing beat? What the hell has gone on with it? The door's all caved in. Look at the back of this thing. My God. Looks like Godzilla got to it or something. Holy shit. Got nothing in it for interior. It's just a gutted out hull. Smashed the shit on the cowl. What is going on? Well, you know what? I think it was a couple years back, a movie came out called Age of Adeline. Look it up online. The movie is called Age of Adeline. I believe that's the name of it. And in the very beginning of the movie, within 10 minutes in, I think, the lady, the main star of the movie, she's in a Model A and she's driving along. She rolls over into a creek or a riverbank or something like that in a Model A. And the car gets all smashed and destroyed and she's in there and they save her and whatever else happens, I can't remember. This is that car from the movie. Is it true or is it bullshit? Honestly, first time of the night here on this video, that is the truth. This is the actual movie car, believe it or not. Watch the movie, look it up. I think it's called Age of Adeline. Look it up out there. You'll see this is the car. It wasn't in the scene for very long. They bought this car off a gentleman. He sold it to them. And it would have been restored way back in the 80s. And, you know, it was an okay car, but it wasn't perfect. And they bought it off him. And they used it for the movie. They gave him good money for it. And then they gave him the car back. And yet the rolling frame and all that bullshit was still good. They had plugged up all the engine, like all the spark plug holes and everything. So they made sure when it actually rolled over and went in the water, it didn't wreck the engine or nothing. So the guy got the car back. They gave him, I forget what they gave him, but they gave him a good number for it. They wrecked the car. They give him the car back. He turns around, sells it to a friend of mine. My friend wanted it for the rolling chassis and the engine. My buddy Corey says to me, you go pick up the car for me, Rick. You take the body off the frame. You can have the body. And that's it. It becomes out here in the field of forgotten dreams. And this one is true. It is actually the movie car. So there you go, guys. It's time to go because I can't hold this camera and my beer at the same time. So hey, I can't even hold this fucking thing straight. Remember, it's always good time and old time, and we'll see you next time. Go drink a beer. Big thumbs up.